Oh yes, slurpty derp, my G's. How are you guys doing? Oh darn it. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. I've been enjoying a little bit more of Colombia. I'm absolutely loving it here, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, it's such a nice vibe. It's a nice change from Europe. Just like the culture's so different. It's just like nice to, yeah, feel like something new. And yeah, it's very inspiring. I've been writing a new song. Really excited to share that. Hopefully before the end of the year. They've got some weird drinks. This is a Hatsu soda, which I think is like basil, the kind of soda, weird taste. Also, I've been trying some exotic fruits. I've failed with this one because this is a platano. I actually thought it was a banana, but this is a banana, and it's, as you can see, the sizes are quite different. It's how you use it that matters, really. And this one you just eat it normally, but this one you actually have to cook it. And I bit into it raw, and it was like having an allergic reaction on my tongue. It was so sappy, you know. And I feel like a real idiot, but I'm going to move on from that that experience. I haven't learned from it, but I'm going to move on anyway. What I want to do today is I want to teach you a little phase plant trick, and I made a really cool sound recently, just using, yeah, just kind of experimenting, and I stumbled across something wicked, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I've made what I would call like a laser sheep kind of sound. If you can imagine what that sounds like, it's like a field of sheep, all with lasers in a field in a sci-fi horror movie. And yeah, let's turn that frown upside down. No, sorry, let's let's make the bass and get into the darn video, shall we? Let's go. Alright then, my G's. So this is, yeah, a little phase plant tutorial today. And yeah, just wanted to share something cool I stumbled across by accident to make, yeah, nice kind of bass lead sort of sound. So I'll play you a little example of what we've got so far then. So this is the bass we're going to be making today. And yeah, if I jump straight into it, I'm not going to do any crazy editing on this video because it's going to be quite a short one. Because it's quite a, yeah, not like a super complicated bass patch. But what I've been doing a lot recently is re-looping little parts of samples. And I've been thinking about what kind of textures or instruments would be nice. I've done a lot of stuff with wood. I've done a lot of stuff with metal to get great results. I've done a few things with percussion hits that have got really cool results as well. But this one I've gone for like a sort of horn. And my first thing is always to match that sort of repeating loop pattern to the drums. So I've done that first by ear, just by tuning the length amount. So if I take this back up, I mean, I almost had a nice groove there as well. But, you know, if I mean, I'm getting them randomly pretty good at the moment. So I was trying to do it wrong, but got the magic touch, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, so that's a dun 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 dun, this kind of offbeat pattern, which I thought was cool. So next up, we're going to do some FM. Already makes it so much more dope, and all we do obviously is just set the output from the sample into the phase position of the sine wave, and then just turn it up to see, you know, exactly what kind of tone you want. I found about 30. I got a nice blend between like the horn and the bass, so it kind of, yeah, just had a nice sort of frequency, nice harmonics in the low mid range especially. And then I've got like an extra, I guess this is you would call like a reinforcement. It's going to be a reinforcement sub bass underneath. But the actual main part of this video was to talk about the trick that I used, which was the SHEPARD mode on the global unison. So if I whack this on quickly, you know, it's gone from that simple pattern to this much faster rhythm. And what has happened is I've turned down this center knob here. If I leave it back up how it was, That's how you're going to hear the Shepherd mode when you just turn it on normally. So it can be a bit overwhelming because it's a bit too fast. But if I take this back down, you know, too low, it's kind of, you know, we're getting into weird territory there. But having it somewhere just a little bit to the left, I struck this beautiful, like, rhythmical balance. One more thing I've also done is I've put like a little bit of a pitch bend on, and rather than doing it in like the pitch of the oscillators, it's just worked really nicely directly on this detune knob here in the Shepherd unison section. And I've just put this on an LFO, just a slow up and down, and it just sort of pitches it up and down just a little bit. And that gives a real nice character to the bass, because if I take that off, it's still cool, but it doesn't have that kind of life and movement that the pitch change gives. But yeah, the thing that I just wanted to show you guys was using the Shepherd mode to get these like extra rhythms. If you've got like a nice rhythm already by looping a sample, could be anything, kind of like time it to your drums, and then add on the Shepherd mode as well, then you get like this extra rhythm coming in, which is just quite insane. But make sure that you play with the center knob so that you can try and get it to kind of fit, because it's obviously a little bit too fast sometimes. So it already sounds really sick, so I didn't like need to do too much in the effects section. But obviously I did a little bit anyway, because at the very least I'll saturate the sound, because the saturation always blends the multiple you know, sound sources that we have together. So a little bit of hard clipping, and then I did a little bit of reverb on at the end as well, just a convolver, just to put that sound into a space. And what you'll notice as well with the Shepherd mode, if you those clever ones amongst you picked up earlier when I added in this last sine wave, it was like sounding really, really low pitched. Because if I take this back off, you can hear it's sort of just clicking because it's the sine wave is too low. But because the Shepherd mode is activated, it's kind of bringing things up in pitch. So it brings that sine wave up to a kind of pitch where it actually is, you know, the right octave. So it's a little bit of a weird one using the Shepherd mode. So you got to be careful with you know, the pitching of your oscillators. But you know, just move them up or down an octave if you need to. It's no big drama. But here I've got like that low subby bass in there still. I've got that main mid-rangey FM'd sine wave with the sample, and yeah, these extra harmonics the Shepherd has added in with this extra rhythm that goes along with that first rhythm that we created just by using the sample and the drums. And yeah, overall then a little bit sort of complicated in a sense because this mode just overcomplicates things, but if you think about it, it is also quite simple because we're just using, you know, an FM'd sample that's been timed and then a sub bass underneath to reinforce it, and then just literally playing with this center knob here to get this extra kind of groove into the sound. A little bit of pitch movement just to keep it interesting, and then yeah, like I've literally just not really done much in the effects at all. So it's pretty simple actually when you think about it, but the mode is quite chaotic, so you've got to be careful of how you use it. But it is really, really sick, and that was a really quick and easy bass patch to make that just sounds pretty good on its own. So why don't you guys leave a comment down below if you have used that mode before, or if you've used something similar in Phase Plant, and yeah, tell us your experience with it, because it's still a synth that I'm learning, and I feel like there's a lot of happy accidents to be had along the way with it. But I think it's like still my favorite synth at the moment, because I feel the possibilities are more endless with making really interesting new sounds, and that's why I've almost finished a new Phase Plant preset pack as well. Alright then dudes, thanks a lot for watching today. This video was actually really hard to record. I had to do it multiple times because I was just so tired. I kept fumbling my words and it just wasn't a good look. I was out last night for the first time. I've been out in South America to a D&B rave to see DJ Marquee, and the vibes here in Bogota for D&B were like insane. It was like a new wave. It was just like everyone was sort of just so excited about it. It really was just a great place to be there last night, but I didn't get hardly any sleep. I didn't drink anything or take anything. I was just drinking water and dancing like non-stop, but I really had a lack of sleep, so it was difficult to film today. But I wanted to film while it's still dark outside because the lighting is just terrible in the daytime here for like making a YouTube video. But sorry I'm rambling. Just wanted to say thanks for watching, and I'll get some more hopefully concise content out to you guys soon. Presets packs are coming, and mentorship is available for your one-on-one production sessions. Also, Discord, we got a great community of people if you want to join there and support the channel that way. Other stuff on my website. There's some merchandise, got some hoodies, some beanies, some t-shirts, and like loads of presets and samples and stuff like that as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.